Hi friends, it's late. I'm sorry it's so late. Mostly for me, but also for you that you had to wait so long to see my smiling face. And I did not do an entry yesterday, which I only realized around 8 a.m. today. The answer is the days have just gotten long. There's a lot to do. I'm in charge of a lot of things just because everyone else is working inpatient, and so I'm the next guy up. Not that I'm so amazing that I'm put in charge of things, just that I am here and able to work on things. And I'm able to stay home and away from the COVID so I can have Arya and Risa here on Saturday, which is only 3 days away, in person and happy. Calling all of my own patients, dealing with residents, calling patients, pretty much all of that's happening is coming through me, and dealing with our wonderful medical students as well as some recent graduates. They did move medical school graduation up so that we could have a new group of newly minted MDs to help out, and they are doing a lot of work with remote monitoring, which they can do from wherever, trying to keep people out of the hospital. So either people who were admitted with COVID and have been discharged, checking on them at home, seeing how they're doing, if they're on oxygen, is it enough, or patients who have come in for concern for COVID who were not formally diagnosed with COVID, checking up and seeing, well, they probably had COVID, checking up and seeing that they're not getting worse. I'm going to sneeze. Come on, really? Is anything more frustrating than that? Checking up and seeing that they're doing okay, that they aren't developing new shortness of breath, new fevers, new something concerning that would have them come in. I'm pretty run down. Just haven't been able to find the time to do a lot of basic stuff like exercise or keep the apartment clean or cook or other stuff. I think I'm working harder outpatient than I did inpatient, which is how I have always been, just because, as I said, the work feels more, there's an infinite amount to do. There's always something to optimize. Inpatient, I kind of mentally get to that point of good enough, of like, I have done an adequate job caring for this patient, and then outpatient, that's just never there. There's always another patient, there's always another problem, there's always another optimization. And I bet that great hospitalists feel that exact same way about inpatient, and they'll find something more, and etc. But outpatient is where I find my motivation. Allergies are going great, as you can hear. Happy spring. I have no deep thoughts for today other than I'm tired, the days are long, and we need to start staffing our outpatient stuff again, because there's a lot of patients who need outreach and who need to be taken care of, and we're doing it. We're doing okay. But as I said, I sound like a broken record talking about this, but 3 months from the start of the outbreak, we're going to see a lot of preventable disease or a lot of chronic disease that has lost control. But I will tell you, I called some of my higher risk patients today, and they've been doing okay. They've been taking their medicine. They've been calling when they need it. And so I think we at least at AIM, have been doing a good job. I don't know how private practice primary care doctors are doing this, because they have presumably tried to keep their doors open as much as they can. I know our pediatrician, for example, has sort of separated sick visits and well visits. And I'm sure some of them are adding on telemedicine, although I don't know how many private practices have the office infrastructure to take on a whole new billing structure. I just don't know. So I'd be curious to hear that. But I hope they're doing okay. Private practice doctors, after all, do the majority of the work in this country. Easy to forget when you work at a place like I do at a major academic hospital that the vast majority of people taking care of people are just guys running out of an office. Increasingly large multi-specialty offices with corporatist structures, but still. It's not what I do. Anyway, I hope in whatever you do, you're doing well, that you are taken care of and warm, and not too worried about the stress of the quarantine and of the economic associated consequences. And if you are, so is everyone else. But guess what? We've gotten through worse, and we are going to get through this too. And I hope that if you need help, someone is there to help you. I hope that if you are able to give help, you'll reach out. There's 1 million charities who are currently requesting money to help tide over people who have lost their jobs because of COVID. Honestly, you can start with, well, I'll put some links up below this, but my instinct is just to look at the charities Bernie Sanders, in lieu of campaign contributions, asked for donations to through the last couple of emails he sent his supporters. Spoiler, I'm a socialist. God, like 3 people who watch this just had heart attacks. That's okay. It's okay. I just believe in public schools. That's basically all that means. And Medicare for all. Look, we don't have to get into this. That's a video for another day. You're all beautiful. I love you all. Take a breath. Have a great night.